Hey, I was thinking that instead of just scrolling on our phones and wasting time, we should actually use this moment to practice English together, because I feel that we understand English quite well when we read or listen, but when it comes to speaking confidently and expressing our thoughts clearly, we still hesitate and feel nervous.
That is such a true observation, and honestly, I feel the same way. Because even though I watch English videos, movies, and interviews every day, when someone suddenly asks me to speak in English, my mind goes blank and I start worrying about grammar, pronunciation, and whether the other person will judge me.
Exactly, and that fear of being judged is the biggest reason why many people stop themselves from speaking. But I believe that if we practice together in a friendly and relaxed way, without correcting each other harshly or laughing at mistakes, we can slowly build confidence and improve naturally.
I completely agree with you, because English is a language, not an exam paper, and languages are meant to be spoken, explored, and enjoyed, even if we make mistakes, because every mistake teaches us something new that books alone cannot teach.
So let's start right now, and let's promise each other that we will not switch to our mother tongue even if we struggle to find the right words, because that struggle is actually a sign that our brain is learning and stretching beyond its comfort zone.
Alright, I accept that challenge, and I will try my best to express myself in English, even if my sentences are long, imperfect, or slightly confusing at first, because practice is the only bridge between knowledge and fluency.
Great, so tell me something simple first, like why you want to improve your English and how you think it can help you in your future life, because personal motivation always makes learning more meaningful.
Well, the main reason I want to improve my English is because I want to communicate confidently with people from different countries, access better career opportunities, and express my ideas clearly in professional and social situations, without feeling shy or limited by language barriers.
That is a very strong reason, and I can relate to it deeply, because for me, English is not just a subject, but a tool that allows me to connect with the world, learn new perspectives, and grow as a person by reading books, sharing thoughts, and having meaningful conversations.
I like how you said that English is a tool, because when we see it that way, it becomes less scary and more useful, and we stop worrying about being perfect and start focusing on being understood, which is the real goal of communication.
Yes, and another important thing is consistency, because practicing English for 10 minutes every day is much more effective than studying grammar rules for hours once a week and then forgetting everything.
That is absolutely true, and I think having conversations like this, where we talk about real life topics, emotions, dreams, and experiences, helps us remember vocabulary and sentence structures more naturally than memorizing lists.
Speaking of vocabulary, I think we should also make a habit of learning a few new words every day and using them in our conversations, because words become powerful only when we use them actively, not when they stay hidden in our notebooks.
I agree, and maybe we can even correct each other gently, not to discourage, but to help, because constructive feedback, when given with kindness, can speed up our learning process.
That's a great idea, and I also believe that listening is as important as speaking, because when we listen carefully to others, we learn pronunciation, rhythm, and natural expressions that cannot be learned from textbooks.
You are right, and that is why I try to listen to podcasts and interviews in English, even if I don't understand every word, because exposure trains the brain to think in English instead of translating everything.
Thinking in English is actually a game changer, because once we stop translating from our first language, our speech becomes faster and more natural, and we start responding automatically without overthinking.
I am still struggling with that, but I can feel some improvement, especially when I practice speaking alone in front of a mirror or talk to myself about my day, my plans, and my thoughts in English.
That is a very effective technique, and many fluent speakers recommend it, because it removes the fear of judgment and allows you to experiment freely with words and expressions.
Talking to you right now also feels comfortable, because you are patient and encouraging, which makes me want to speak more instead of staying silent.
That makes me happy to hear, because language learning should be supportive and enjoyable, not stressful or embarrassing, and if we support each other, we can grow together.
So let's make a small promise that we will practice English regularly, share new words, talk about different topics, and remind each other that progress is slow but steady.
I promise, and I truly believe that one day we will look back at these practice conversations and smile, realizing how far we have come simply because we decided to start and not give up.
Then let's continue practicing, because every sentence we speak today is a step closer to fluency tomorrow.
Absolutely. So let's keep talking, keep learning, and keep believing in ourselves, because English is not difficult when we treat it as a friend rather than a fear.